If I had to pick just one thing that was the most important for selling your house, this would be it. Now, this is a question that people ask me all the time about what's the most important thing? What do we need to do? Now, aside from the obvious, you need to make your house look as good as it can. That's obvious. But the most important thing when it comes to advertising and marketing is how your property looks on the internet. It is vital. Almost everybody starts their search on the internet, and people make decisions based on whether or not they're going to visit a property based solely on those images, those videos, those 3D walkthroughs, and that makes them vitally important. Anybody that tells you that phone photos are okay for this is dead wrong. They're not as good. They never will be. And it's just a matter of professional photography versus somebody who is not a professional photographer. Even if you gave them both phones, the professional photographer would have far superior images. So that's why on our listings, we always do certain things. Doesn't matter the price, whether it's a multi-million-dollar condo out on the beach or just a plain old house, somewhere here in town that's, a lower priced property. We do professional photography. That is the number one. That's vital. The professional photography, professional video. If the property can benefit from it, we'll do drone shots. Now, of course, if there's really nothing to show, like its proximity to water or how big the yard is or anything like that, there's no benefit in just showing what the roof of the house looks like. So the drone is kind of an as-needed thing. We also always do a 3D walkthrough. And that's really valuable because about 20% of the people who are purchasing here in Florida are actually out of the country. And nearly half of our clients are actually out-of-town people moving here. So that's something that really helps them to be able to kind of visualize the property. And then one other thing that I think is really important and most people don't do is a floor plan. People have a hard time visualizing how a house is laid out. But if you have a floor plan drawn, it makes it very simple to see how everything's laid out. So that's the number one thing, how that thing looks on the internet, because things have kind of changed. Back in the day, the agent would send the buyer properties all the time, and we still do, but just as often, the buyer is online and they're sending us properties that are interesting to them. So it's become a collaborative effort rather than just a one-way street. So that's something that I want you to consider. How that thing looks on the internet is vital. And if your agent is not doing professional photography, professional everything, and everything looking really top-notch, I say they're not doing their job. You're paying us to do a job. You're paying us to get top dollar for your property. And we take it very, very seriously. So if you've got any questions, just ask. We'll tell you anything you want to know. We put humans over houses. I'm Chuck Vosberg from Next Home Gulf to Bay. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.